I built a base for every kid in 99 Nights in the Forest. We have a Dino kid base, a Kraken kid base, a Squid kid base, and even a Koala kid base. So here are all 4 bases, and let me know which one you think is the best down in the comments. So let's get into it. This is the Dino kid, and this is his base right now. He literally only has a tarp over his head and a mat on the ground, which means his base is gonna need some improvement. So today I'm gonna be making the biggest base for the Dino kid, which also means I'm not gonna get any of the other kids, and instead we only are gonna have the Dino kid and a few beds. And speaking of beds, I'm gonna get the old bed first. And because the old bed looks just like the Dino kid's tent, we'll start that out as the very beginning of his base. So you're no longer sleeping on a mat, but you'll be sleeping in your very own bed. Most college kids are lucky enough to get this thing. Alright, we just got our fire level to 4. We're gonna need to get it all the way up to 6 to go get the best loot for this base. And we're gonna need to defeat a lot of strongholds to get a ton of cultist gems and coins for the furniture trader. Alright, so we're at the anvil place. I'm gonna try to get some loot from here, but we also need the hammer for base building. Alright, there we go. Just killed the cultists here. So now we can build the anvil. Gonna throw the front down there. Literally just do this and it lands. See, there we go. I'll take some leather armor and throw the anvil back down there, and it's complete. So we will have this for later whenever I do need the hammer. Alright, let's get the regular bed, sundial, compass we'll have to get 2 more scrap for. But as for the regular bed, we're just gonna put this right off to the side and we'll move it when we get a little bit more in our base. Sundial always goes behind the map. Alright, first day of the furniture trader being here, and I found the stronghold right behind him, so that's perfect. So let's see what he's got. 3 daisies, signposts. Think we're gonna have to buy the table and the red signpost for now, and some daisies because I do want to spend what I have right now, because the red signpost easily going to the Dino kid's tent. Easily. Alright, we just beat our first raid, and we're also gonna get fire level 5 here. Use these logs I have off to the side, and that should be good. There we go. Alright, let's also place our red signpost right outside of his tent. Looking nice. We also do have a table here, so we'll put that over here. We'll have this as like a kid's dining table. I'm also gonna trade with the pelt trader. We can get old flashlight. I did not need that. Well, looks like I'm gonna do the wolf. Spear. I do need that, because today I can go to the stronghold and I think I could kill everybody if I'm careful. Alright, I just got 3 farm plots, but I'm not just gonna place them anywhere. We're gonna put them right next to the Dino kid's tent, sorta like this, as his own personal garden. Now it may look bland right now, but we are gonna add so much to the garden, so just wait and see. Here's the thing though, this is not gonna be a small garden. I might leave it this size, I might not. Timmy is a grow. Timmy? Oh, okay, he's hiding behind his bed. Bro, you gotta stop with that. Alright, furniture trader is back for the second time. Okay, he's got 1 legendary thing, colorful fairy lights double. I think this was in the thumbnail photo for the update, so we're gonna get it, and some of these other things. He has a ton of other things. Alright, we'll take all of these. Thank you, my good sir. I guess the only thing I don't want is the yellow. Actually, maybe I can put this to good use. We'll see. But now that my inventory is half filled with furniture, let me place some of this down. So we'll put this right in front of his tent, like this. Boom. Add a little bit to the tent. Alright, this should give us level 6. There we go. Fire is complete. Now we can really loot up. Alright, just finished looting the stronghold, or at least beating it. Get our experiment and oh, my bag is full. Be right back. I am really hoping to get the chainsaw out of this. That is what I need for building a base. Okay, tac shotgun isn't that bad. It'll help with the raids. At least it's not the riot shield. Hey, I also just hit 300 diamonds. That's insane. There he is for the 3rd time. Let's see what he's got. Not anything too crazy, so I guess we'll just buy out what he has. And there we go. Wait, 3 red rugs. I think he just gave me 3 red rugs. We can definitely use these. I'm gonna give him a little nightstand right here. Gotta make sure I place it the right way. Looking going this way. That's looking nice. And we do have the red rug. So I'm gonna put it right here in the front, just like this, and in the back, just like that. What in the what? This looks like a color illusion. Oh, wait, it's the lights that are changing the color. Okay, so now I have to go get a hammer because I kind of put this here. But we also have some red camping chairs. So we're gonna put those around his base, just like one right here. And we can even put them on the carpet, I believe, just like this. All right, looking a lot better. All right, we're gonna put the hammer. There we go. We got the hammer. This will be super useful. We're gonna be moving the beds back here. I even have the giant bed now. Looks nice. A lot better than being over here. We're also gonna pick up the biofuel processor. We won't need it for right now. We're also gonna be taking these tables back. I have a different use for them. We're gonna use them as part of the farm. We're gonna put them like this, just like that, and you'll see what I'm gonna do with it later. I have a really good idea for this. All right, we just got our second clear and an absolute ton of coins. We're now up to 165. Really hoping to get the chainsaw here. We're gonna need it, or at least it's gonna be super helpful. Hey, let's go. Second try. I will take that. Furniture trader is here as well, so that's perfect timing. He's above our campfire, so I'm gonna drop off some stuff and then we'll go. All right, let's see what he's got. Okay, he's got some rares. I do need the trellises. That is what I really need. He has log benches. We could use those. Daisies, a blue pillow. Why not? We'll just buy all the furniture. Still have almost 100 coins left. So if I keep stacking up the coins, if something mythic or legendary comes, we'll be able to buy it. All right, he's back in town. Got two oh, okay. Hello, Mr. Wolf. He's got two sunflowers, purple signpost, another nightstand. We'll take that. Blue camping chairs, round wooden table. I think I know what I'm gonna do with these blue things that I've got. I think I'm gonna make maybe not a game room, but a hangout room. Dude, I know what I'm gonna do with this rug. Hold up. Oh, this is perfect. We're gonna place the rug kind of near the side, not next to it, but right there, kind of like that. Then the old bed on top of it. There we go. It's fairly center. Then we're gonna put the nightstands on both sides, just like that. Then we can take the red chair and we could put it kind of off to the side right here facing the bed, just as something that he might need. You know, he could read a book. He could, I don't know, have some kind of snack on the nightstand while he reads. He could use it to put on his socks, anything. All right, back to Mr. Furniture Trader. We did get a legendary Fairy Lights Arch, 2 blue pillows. I actually do want these now. Barrel, wooden chairs, purple camping chair. Buy out the entire stock. Thank you again, my good sir. Now, I have to show you guys what I've been doing so far at the base, because I have been grinding this out. Right here, we're stacking up all the stew in the world for the Dino Kid, because he needs to eat a lot of food. He's got to grow up to be big and strong. Then he's got his own table area here with stools. He then has his own little porch here with his own camping chairs. He could sit with a friend. He's got fairy lights in the front, little signpost, and rug in the back. Here is his new bedroom. 2 nightstands, bed, rug, little chair right here for whatever he needs. Then we have a room over here that I need to add to. Boom, there we go. We have a little hangout room over here. We have blue pillows that you could sit on, hang out here, always facing the table for, this one's like 45 degrees, but we got a bunch of seating here. Log, I gotta move that out the way. But overall, it's a very nice little resting area, hang out here. Bunch of saplings that I'm gonna use for the wall that we're gonna build. Bunch of logs because I just needed to move them out of the way, and I didn't feel like putting a bunch of storages here because I have so much wood. And so far, that's what we have. We have this oil drill as well. Pretty useful because we do need it for the fuel, but we are not done yet. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna make this base perfect for my boy Dino Kid. He's enjoying his bedroom. He just walked across his pillow with his dirty shoes. He's gonna have acne problems when he's older. Now, here's one thing you might not have known. It is in the crafting bench, so you might have seen it before, but you can craft torches for 6 scrap and 6 wood. So I'm gonna craft a ton of them. And every time you place one down, it actually makes your base larger. Now, I can't really see where my base starts, and there it is. There's the circle. So I can see it here. It's just barely past the pillow. But if I put a couple torches down, like I'll put one here, just put them in a little row like this. There we go. We place 5 down. Look how much farther it goes out. It is insane. So I think about this distance, we're gonna line up the saplings along the white line, which will give us a very good defense for our base. So we're just gonna have to start doing it like this. Just one sapling at a time. All right, another furniture visit. See what he's got. Got another legendary. We'll take that. He's got 2 fairy light doubles, 2 wooden chairs, wooden fences. I do need those. And purple camping chairs. I will take more of those. Once again, bought out his entire stock. So we're going to take our fairy lights double, place this right behind his tent, give a little bit of symmetry. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the purple chairs and we're going to incorporate them into the blue. That way it'll give it a little bit of contrast as well. All right, let's see what he's got to offer this time. Trellis, I did need that. Mossy fence, really needed that too. And I can buy everything except for the daisies, but that's all right. All right, I've finally gathered all of the saplings, making a giant circle around this base. It isn't perfectly around the white circle because the white circle doesn't show up over here for some reason. And I also had to go around this rock, but it is time to start planting every single last one of them. It's gonna be the most satisfying thing in the world seeing this grow. Finger is literally like running out of energy right now trying to get all of these things planted. I'm spamming the E key as fast as I can. Almost done though. What in the world? Oh, I can't. Okay, I can't do it here, but I can do it around here. Okay, so there's just only a few saplings that won't plant. Just gonna move them aside like this, and we're gonna have to go get just a few more, like 3 or maybe 4 more, so 1 more big tree. All right, there we go. Let me plant these right here, and that's perfect. They're all literally growing in a circle right now. Oh wait, deer's hungry tonight. That's not good. Oh great, I'm about to die too. Barrel, red pillows, bean bags. I will take the bean bags, and I'm out of here, man. About to die. We're gonna take our pillows and we're gonna put them around this area. We have some purple bean bags as well. Put the purple bean bags back here. This is like the ultimate relaxation area. You could have 10 people over all at the same time. This is very nice. Now I'm wondering if the trees are gonna grow in the morning. It might be 1 extra day or it might be this day. And yeah, we're on day 213 now. Keep in mind though, this is day 213 with only 1 kid. Oh, it did grow all at the same time. Perfect. But we are not done yet. We have to carve out a door. So I'm gonna do that right here. Let's see, is that big enough? I think it is. Gotta wait for these leaves to go away. Yeah, this is a perfect doorway right into this giant base. The base looks bigger with the trees around it than without it, but we can't just let the door be unprotected. So we're gonna put a defensive blueprint like this, 1 like this, because we can just walk right through it, and then 1 like this, but the enemies will not be able to walk right through it. All right, we're getting raided tonight, so this is the perfect opportunity to see how good the base does. Right now I'm just getting rid of the extra wood that I have, so we'll see. If I get disturbed, the base failed. If I get to do this in peace, then this works perfectly. Okay, perfect. Oh wait, what? They just walked right through? They're smart enough to see the door? Interesting. Maybe we're gonna have to put a shelf there, because that they will not walk through. Okay, I have no idea how these guys got in. I think the wall might have been too big. Like they might spawn inside of the wall. All right, we're gonna take this shelf and we're gonna put it right here. It even goes over the defensive stuff, so I can jump right over it, but they can't. All right, base is complete. Let me show you the tour. On day 231, this is what we have. A huge wall. Give me a minute. Wait, I actually want to test this out. Does it work now? They're hitting the barbed wire. That's exactly what I want. Okay, they're stacking on top of each other, but they're literally just dying to the barbed wire. That's perfect. Okay. I think they're still spawning in the base though. Yeah, some of them are definitely spawning inside, but at least that was a super easy raid. Like most of them died out here, and the few that were inside were a lot easier to deal with because of that. All right, here is the tour of the base. We have barbed wire outside to fend off any raiders. We have a lightning rod outside just because I don't want it inside. Well, I guess a lightning rod's going to be put to good use right now. We have a shelf blocking anyone from coming in except for us. We can just jump over it. Then we have a launch pad in case you want to get out of the base. You can do so really quickly. The entire wall of trees, if you haven't seen that already. Then when you walk in, you can see we have our crafting bench here full of so many cultist gems from all the raids, and our ammo crate just in case we need more ammo. But then you walk in and you see a farm and a half. We have a fairy lights arch right here. Torches all around the farm, lighting it up, keeping the mosquitoes away. Then when you walk inside, you can see that we have a ton of carrots growing. We have our cook pot over here, some barrels, some stew if you would like it. Or in storage, we have, let's see, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54 minus 1. So we have 53 pieces of stew in storage in case you get hungry. But then moving on, we have our campfire. Very normal for all bases. But here's where we have the main man, the Dino Kid's entire fortress right here. Here he has a little table where he could eat some stew with his friends just in case we run out of stew here or carrots or in storage. 5 stools, 5 stews, 1 round table, Knights of the Stews. Very, very nice. Out front, he's got his own carpeted patio, 2 front lawn chairs. He's got lights in the front, lights in the back, and his own bedroom. He's got 2 wooden nightstands. He's got his own chair, a bed, a bookshelf with no books because all of the books caught on fire from the lightning. But in case he gets hungry and we run out of stew over here and we run out of stew on the table and we run out of carrots and we run out of stew in storage, he has 2 emergency stew storages at night that he can eat if he gets hungry. Then over here, we have our hangout area for anybody to come over. We have a ton of chairs. We have the 3 blue pillows, 3 purple bean bags, 3 green chairs, 3 purple chairs, 2 blue chairs, 2 red pillows, flowers around, lights. We have a bunch of stews over here just in case anybody gets hungry. And don't ask me about what that stew's doing up there. But over here, we actually have a meeting of the stews where we have this one right here. His name is Stuart. And this one, his name's a little bit shorter, Stu. But I'm gonna let them get back to their meeting. Don't want to disturb. We have our oil drill back here, throwing oil barrels into the lake so that they can pile up. And finally, we have the 3 beds for anyone who wants to stay over if they need to. Now, I do need to set up one more complimentary stew because I actually did forget to replace this one here. But anyone who stays with us gets a complimentary stew on the house. We have our regular bed, our good bed, and our giant bed with lights. And that is the entire base built around the Dino Kid. Not everything is specifically Dino Kid themed, but hey, this is pretty much his base. There's literally no one else here but me. Today, I'm gonna be making a Kraken Kid base in 99 Nights in the Forest. So we're playing Lumberjack to get as much wood as possible, and we're only gonna be saving the Kraken Kid. That way the base will look very, very nice. We're also gonna try to have everything be blue, except for some things, of course. Alright, we're gonna get fire level 3. We're also gonna get a map, and with this, we can go start looting, and I am trying to speed run this as fast as possible, and we're gonna get the second kid, the Kraken Kid, and get this base looking very nice. And out of here, I'm gonna get a good sack, because I actually knew that. I have X-ray vision. Superman is actually my 3rd cousin. Now I just need to go get loot, especially some fuel, and we're gonna be good to go get the Kraken Kid. This is good. We got a cultist site. This will give us a ton of fuel. Got some coal here too. We might be able to get the second kid on day 1. Night is approaching, so I don't know if we're gonna have time. I also do need a weapon, so I think that's what's gonna hold me back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get our fire to level 4. We're gonna go towards where the Kraken Kid's located at, and then we'll hopefully be able to get a weapon around there. But I just realized we have to save the first kid in order to figure out where the second kid is. So for now, I'm just gonna have to go around and look somewhere around the edges to hopefully find the second kid. So probably not gonna happen on day 1. We do have a cultist base right here, so I'm gonna try my best to sneak through and get the loot without dying. Get the stuff that's in the lockers. This is why you don't take your personal belongings to work. We did get a spear though. We will need that to get the second kid. Alright, I'm about to die. I'm 1 shot from dying. Need to get up here. Alright, we do have the good axe up here. I won't be needing it though. We did get a rifle too. That will be very useful. But now that it's daytime, let's go look for the second kid. Or actually, I'm gonna go back to my campfire. I do need help. So right now, I'm gonna get some bunny feet because we are gonna want to get the earmuffs. And when we can loot out in the snow biome, that'll hopefully get us a lot more fuel, getting us loot faster and making this base a lot quicker. And then while we're looking for the bunny feet, trying to see if we can find where the second kid is at. And there it is. That was pretty quick. Gonna use a rifle because I'm not trying to die right now. See some fuel back there too, so we'll throw the key over to the cave, grab some of this scrap, this fuel, and then all this ammo over here. But with that, that'll be the second kid on day 2. Just gotta get her back to the base. We also got a giant sack. That is kind of crazy. We have the good axe, giant sack, spear, rifle with about 50 bullets all on day 2. So we're gonna go bring this all back to the base, and we can get started on planning what we want this base to look like. All right, we'll put all our stuff stuff right here. We're also close to fire level 5. Oh, wait. I forgot about that. Okay. Looks like the Kraken kid. Wait a second. Wait, that's a problem. I do not want this base to have a red tent. That would ruin the whole look of the base. So I think we might have to go get the Dino kid, and then the Kraken kid will have the tent being blue, but not too big of a deal. So let me leave this absolutely insane run with a giant sack, but I think it's going to be worth it for the base. We're on day 3, but we do have the second kid and the first kid. Aliens are also coming in. We don't have the giant sack anymore, but we do have the level 5 fire and also our farm plots plus crockpot combination back here for right now. But now that we have the second kid, the rest of this base is going to have to be organized around her, as we're going to make this her very own okay, I guess she doesn't care, but this is going to be her very special run. So we're going to have to go get the hammer in order to rearrange the base a little bit, and in order to find that, we do want to make the radar. So for now, I'm going to go get some loot, and if we just so happen to find the anvil, we'll make the hammer, and if not, we'll bring back our loot, make the radar, go get the hammer, and start building this base. Furniture Trader is also in town, but the thing is, he is in the ice biome, so I do want to be careful. Maybe I can find some Arctic foxes close to the edge. That way, we'll be able to get the pelt that we need without having to go inside. I think I just got a pelt there, or did I not? No, okay. Did get one though. Where is... Oh, there we go. Okay, he wasn't in the ice biome. Or maybe he was for a little bit. But we have 40 coins for right now. I do want only blue stuff or non-color stuff. So the purple signpost, red rug, and red signpost we don't want. But we will take the mossy fences and the mossy trellises, which actually perfectly uses up our coins. But I do want to get Arctic fox pelt, so we're going to see how fast we can get that. I do have to watch out for polar bears because I don't have any sprint right now. All right, I don't know how many I've killed. Maybe close to 15 or something. I still haven't gotten another pelt. So we're going to head back to the base and we'll come back later. All right, so we do have some mossy fences and trellises, but for now we're going to leave those off to the side when we rearrange the base. For right now, I want to get 2 bunny feet. That way we'll be able to get the earmuffs, and with earmuffs we'll be able to get the Arctic fox pelt a lot easier. Got 1 and there's 2, so we can go make that. And then after going out to the ice biome, we should have a ton of materials for what we need. I do want to get the max level fire, and then we also need to get a lot of saplings. There's the earmuffs. Let's see where the Arctic foxes are. There's 1. There's a pelt. Wait, I think I left my first pelt at the base, so we might have to go back and get that. There we go. There's 2. So I'm going to pick up some stuff, whatever we can find, then we'll go back and get our 3rd pelt. All right, just chopped down a bunch of my trees. We do have a lot of wood now. Got our 3 pelts. So let's head to the ice biome and see what we can get. I'm hoping for iron armor off the bat. Shouldn't be too hard to find. And then it's pretty much just getting a lot of fuel, because we will need a lot of that to get to the last fire level. We do have the ice temple here, but I think we're gonna pass on that for now. See what we can get out of this chest. Maybe the ice axe. That'd be nice. To get some snowballs. I wonder what we can use those for. We do have an oil barrel right here, barely in the map. I will take that. Do have a little polar bear cave. There's a cultist experiment. Another oil barrel right here. I'm gonna check out this last section that it doesn't seem we've been through, and then with that we'll take it all back to the base, and if we don't have enough, we'll probably use a biofuel processor. All right, that seems to be everything, so let's head back. All right, we did get the max level fire, so with that we can go get a lot of loot, especially scrap. I think that's the only thing we're really gonna need, and then after that we're just gonna be getting a ton of wood to make this base look very nice. But before that, I do want to go loot the stronghold to make sure we have as many coins as possible, so that way when the furniture trader comes, we'll be prepared. All right, do this pretty quick. These guys are always easy. I don't know why they did that. Maybe it's just a way of getting you hooked, trying to get people into doing the strongholds over and over again. Probably one big pyramid scheme. There we go. Got 2 prototypes. Hoping for a chainsaw out of this. That would help us a lot to get this base up and running pretty fast. All right, tactical shotgun is not bad. Definitely be able to use that. 2 forest fragments, 2 gems, and then 5 diamonds. All right, we probably have about 100 coins. We got to get these trees up. Got to get more saplings. I might go get a strong axe, but I feel like that would take too long. So for now, what we're going to do is just get as many trees as possible. And then it's just waiting for the furniture trader to bring us more furniture. And then we'll make a very, very nice base. So the strategy is get all the wood you can, and then whatever saplings you get, plant them all together. And because they're planted together, you can just bring the wood right over here really fast rather than going and searching for it. And because I'm playing the lumberjack class, I should be getting about the same amount of saplings back, or maybe even a little bit more. So that way our trees keep growing. And while I wait for these to grow, just go out and get more saplings and then rinse and repeat till you have a bunch of wood. And right now we already have about 97. So I'm gonna get about 300 and then we'll start building the wall. And the furniture trader is back today, so let's go see what he's got. I also did forget though, gotta get the radar, then we'll use that to find the anvil. It's right by the furniture trader, so we'll just go do 2 things at the same time. 2 lavender, that would be pretty nice. things. Even though it isn't blue, it is purple, and the flowers will go well with the Kraken kid. 2 trellises and 3 hedgerow curved. But I'm also gonna buy this furniture as well, and then just drop it right here. And the reason being is that if I buy out the other colored furniture, I think there should be less in stock, which will allow us to get more blue furniture later on. But now let's quickly get the hammer, which I should be able to very easily because the wood is right here pretty much. 2 trees, 3 trees, and then the scrap we could probably get just in this house right here. All right, took out the cultists. We also do have enough scrap just from what the, I don't know what this place is called. I'm actually curious, what is this place called? I think I forgot. Maybe it's just called the anvil, but we do have enough scrap. The wood is right outside. Anvil is built. Get this done pretty fast. Got us a couple more saplings as well, so let's do this. There we go. Now I have been getting comments from you guys, and I'm not sure exactly who's been leaving the comments, but I have heard that you can pick up a lot more things with a hammer than just what you get from the crafting table. So I'm gonna see, okay, I can just pick up this table. I can pick up this table, not the shelf, but this is actually interesting. If I can just go get a whole bunch of stuff without using the furniture trader, this will help us a lot. Get this table. I think we might just go ahead and do that. These lanterns, nope. Get this rug. It is orange though, so I don't think I want it for right now. But this is actually kind of cool. I had no idea you could do this with a hammer. So thank you guys for leaving your comments. Not sure why I can't get this table. Can't get the bed. We can get the nightstand though. I wish you could get these wardrobes. They're kind of nice. So I think what we're gonna do is go try to find as much furniture as possible that isn't stuff you get from the furniture trader. I'm gonna go take care of a raid at my base though, since it is nighttime. Seriously though, thank you to whoever commented that. This is actually gonna be pretty cool. All right, we've got 165 wood now. Can replant these saplings. Then we'll go get more furniture. What is a bedside table? Maybe it's a little bit different. Think though for tonight, gonna get some more wood. Then when the day comes, we might actually go out to the ice biome, because that might have some pretty cool furniture. All right, let's head out to the ice biome and see what we can get. Got my hammer in the number 3 slot. That way we'll be able to do it quick. Maybe we can get these fences. Okay, we can't get those, but that would be nice. Maybe we can get some from here. These shelves will be nice. Can't get those. Can't get the lockers. Can't get the entity. None of these. Can get these chairs though. Metal chairs are not bad. Can't get the tables. But at least we got something, which means that there might be other things we can get as well. Got a strong flashlight. That'll be useful. I hope that these guys won't unfreeze when I do this, but I am gonna quickly get the ice chest right here. All right, we're good. Got the frozen shuriken. What is this? 70 frozen shurikens. Never used that before. I'm assuming it works like the kunai, but instead it also slows things. All right, see what we can get in here. Can get a bandage, broken microwave. Those are nice. Can't get the fireplace. That will be cool though. Can't get anything in here it seems. Did get the ice axe. That'll be helpful. But I wanted to test out if you put the fire or fuel in the fire here. Wait, what? That usually works. Does it have to be wood? It might have to be wood. All right, let's see. Why is it? That's interesting. Usually when you put fuel in here, it works. And I was curious if that would be able to deter the deer or not. Wondering if we could get this bell, but that would be pretty cool. Get the iron armor. See what we can get out of this chest. I don't think there's too much to get in the ice biome yet. Maybe they'll change that with the part 2 update. But for now, it seems like most of the things we're gonna have to get in the regular biome. All right, there we go. So these frozen shurikens do work. They slow down the cultists, but not too much. The one thing I wish they would slow down is the fire rate of the red ones, but it doesn't work that way it seems. Furniture trader is back, so we're gonna hit him up and then we'll go past him or maybe just around him to look for some more furniture. We do have some buildings around us. Red pillows, we won't take those, but we will buy them just so that they're out of stock. We'll buy everything, but it seems the only things we'll be able to use are the log benches and the wooden stools. So the rest of it we'll just leave out here. But let's see what we can get in here. Bedside table, not the bed. Probably get this table. We can get the rug, but it is green. Another thin table. Don't see anything on the wall. I wish you could collect the ranger's logs. That'd be pretty cool. You could have all of them in one spot. But let's see what else we can get. I'm pretty sure you can get the basketball hoop, so we're gonna grab that. Yep, there we go. Wonder if we can get anything in here. Maybe a hay pile? Doesn't seem like it. This crate? No. Don't think you can get these either. So we'll just skip this building. I am gonna get a microwave though, not for scrap, but we could use that as part of the furniture. Gotta be creative. They get a mythic chest right here too. Hoping that's where we get the chainsaw. Got a riot shield. Not bad, but I don't think I'll use it. I'm gonna take this broken fan though. That way we could also use that for furniture. And the last one I think so far, maybe also a washing machine, but we'll get the old radio. And if we can get a washing machine, that'd be pretty nice for extra furniture. All right, let's drop this furniture here, then work a little bit more on the wood pile we have. And then I gotta make sure that I keep our furniture off to the side so I don't accidentally use it for scrap. Keep it right here by the tree. Microwave, fan, and radio. Almost done with this wood pile, but I believe that with this last little bit, we'll have 302 wood. Yep, Yep, there we go. So now with that, we can start making a bunch of the log walls and make the wall to this base. Now, one thing that's a little frustrating is I don't have the strong axe, so I can't break this tree yet. But I think that should be the only one inside of the base. So we'll probably just build around it. We can break it later. All right, build our walls. I'm going to use about half of them for right now. And we're going to start behind the Kraken Kid's base, give a little bit of room, and then we'll keep circling it around to the Dino Kid's tent for reference. Then just keep it going and see what we end up with. It's going to be mostly circular, but I cannot promise perfection. Gonna leave room right there for a door. All right, it does seem like we have enough wood to make this a little bit bigger, or maybe we'll just do that anyways. So I think I'm gonna expand it behind where the Kraken Kid is and expand it a little bit here. All right, this should be a much better size. So now let's see. I don't think we'll be able to finish it, but we'll have a lot of it done. I think we're just about to finish it. Maybe I do want to make it a little bit more round because this is pretty straight. Oh wait, what in the world did I? All right, this should be pretty nice. Not perfectly circular, but I think I'm gonna leave it there. And we do have a very nice bit of room here as well for the Kraken Kid. So we'll see what we can do with this. But for now, we shouldn't need too much more wood. Maybe I'll go get some anyway, just because I do want to get her the giant bed. And we're gonna need a decent bit of wood for that. So I'm gonna let this grow and we'll get it from there. But now let's go see what other furniture we can get. To be honest, we might get more furniture than we even need. We do have a campsite over here. Maybe you can get a tent from it. Probably not though. Not a tent. We'll get a little bit of scrap. Gonna have to see what we can pick up. We can get a cooler. That would be interesting. Try to pick it up really fast. There we go. Got it. You know what? I think what we might do is we might have a little bit of a cars section. So we'll keep the engine and the tire back here as well, because the Kraken Kid might like cars. We don't know. That's interesting. The cooler is called a chili bin. Don't think you put chilies in here. And if you do, I have no idea why. Gonna quickly clear the stronghold. Actually, first, let's go check out the hospital. Maybe you can get something out of here. But then we'll get the stronghold for more coins. Probably get these chairs. There we go. Metal benches. Got 3 metal benches. Can't get the lockers. Not the hospital bed. But take what we can get. I wonder though, before the stronghold, let's go check out where the first kid was kept. Or maybe it was where the second kid was kept. Maybe you can get their furniture as well. Can't get the blocks. Okay. You can't get anything in here. That would actually make sense though. If I could get the blue bed and the bookshelf, that would look really nice. I'm hoping that they add more furniture that you'll be able to pick up, because that would be really nice to make some more videos. Well, little bit of a tough stronghold. So let's do a revive. But before I go get my stuff, I'm gonna go hit up the furniture trader because he's back. He does have a lot of purple things, so we're just gonna drop those off to the side. He does have a wooden table. I might as well buy it. 2 barrels and 3 amaryllises. We might use the flowers, but then again, they are red, and we do want this base to be blue themed. All right, we have about 185 coins. We'll get some cultist prototypes and experiments. Maybe we could even use those as more decoration, but we'll see. Got some thorn armor. We'll take those. All right, let's put these off to the side with the rest of our scrap. Then we'll put the cultist gems and the gem of the forest fragments. We'll actually put those together and then into the crafting bench. Don't think we're gonna use it, but might as well have it in there. Okay, we got a bunch of wood, and we do need 6 more scrap, and we can get the giant bed. For these saplings though, we'll just pile them outside right here. We're not gonna plant them, but maybe we'll just store them off to the side just in case. Got the 6 more scrap we need. So let's head back to the base. Think I do want to go looking for some furniture a little bit more, especially if I can find a cultist base. Wonder what in the world you can get from there. And then we'll be good to start building and finalizing our base. So we'll get the giant bed. We'll leave the giant bed right there for now. Gonna take care of this raid, and then we'll go see what furniture there is. All right, raid is taken care of. We'll clean up whatever's around the base, and then we'll head out to the very far edge of the map. Here's what I wanted to find. We do have a cultist base, so I'm wondering what we could get out of here. We did get a washing machine. We do want that. As for the hammer though, can't pick up these crates, not the bed, not the lights. Can't get anything out of here. All right, just wait a second. Wait a second. I don't know how many of you saw my video about the entity, but that is the logo where the entity was described, or at least the whiteboard that we saw about the entity. So it seems like the cultists are the ones who actually made the entity, or maybe they're researching it, but that is still very interesting. See what else we can get out of here. Can't get this table, not the shelf. All right, seems like you can't get anything out of this building. You can get loot, of course, but we're looking for that furniture. Did get a strong axe. Don't know if that's valuable to us now though. Gonna try to survive the night. That way we'll be able to get more furniture faster, but that might be a very risky play. We do have another cultist base though. This one is different, but I'm about to die. I'm gonna try a strategy I have where you come up here, then you come up top. I should be invincible except to the crossbow cultists, but they don't seem to be looking at me. Yeah, okay, we're good. I'm just gonna wait this out with every species species in existence trying to murder me. All right, it's daytime now. Take care of all these things, and then we can finally see what we can get out of here. Check out this room or this building. 2 more engines. Take those. Another washing machine as well. 2 rifles. That's interesting. Can we get anything out of here? We can get the chairs. I will take that. Green chairs. No idea exactly how we could use this, but we'll see. It is a lot of chairs. That's weird. Can't get this last one for some reason, but at least that's something for right now. What is it? What does it want me to pick up? What did I just get? Drop all these chairs first. Did I just get another chair? I think I just got another chair. No idea how, but I'll take it. Think that's it for this base though. Yeah, seems to be it. Oh, there we go. Got a giant sack. Furniture trader's back today, so we're gonna go do a little bit more looting, and then we'll go talk to him. I'm hoping that he has some blue rugs or blue camping chairs, blue bean bags. There are a lot of things that are blue in the game, so let's see. He has yellow camping chairs. We'll just buy everything for now. We won't use all of it though. Colorful fairy lights double, not bad, but he didn't have anything specifically blue, so that's not too great, but we'll get started on the base. I also just shredded all the stuff, or some of the stuff that I wanted to keep, so that's not great, but we still do have washing machine and engine, so we'll keep that back here. Also put our tires back here. So now let's see what we can do. Drop all these green chairs that I have. We have so much furniture. I have no idea what we're gonna do with all of it. We do have a lot, so let's see. The farm I do want to make a little bit bigger. I do think we're gonna keep it back here as well, so we're gonna use the wood that we have and expand it. All right, day 55. Let's see what we can do with this base. Actually, day 57 with a multiplier. We made the farm a little bit bigger. The crock pot, I think we're gonna move to the center right here to make it a little more square. We got our stuff sorted into piles, so let's see what we can do with this. I do have all of the farm stuff except for this. Let me drop this. We do have all the farm stuff in our inventory, so let's figure out how we want to build it. I do want to have the 2 barrels on the sides of the crock pot, just like this. Then we're gonna have maybe a curve right here. Wouldn't look too bad. Put another trellis, which should be our last. Gonna move it a little bit. That way we can put another hedgerow curved right here. Or maybe we should actually squeeze it in a little bit and instead use mossy fences to connect it. There we go. Then the trellis will go over here. Another mossy fence. Another one right here. Actually, let's use the hedgerow so that they're connecting. Another mossy fence just like this. And with that, we have a nice farm right here. We only have 1 fence left over and 1 trellis. So I think I'm gonna pick up this one. Didn't know I had the trellis. Put it right here. Not sure how we can expand this without taking up too much space, so we're gonna put these off to the side. I do have more hedgerows as well, so maybe instead of using these for the farm, I could use these for decorations for the base. So let me actually do that. We'll take our hammer and pick up these 2 hedgerows and replace it with the fences that we have. I think we should be able to do something like that if I corner it right here and then put a straight one right here. There we go. So the hedgerows will save as decoration. We do have fairy lights, which would look pretty cool right here. So for now, we'll put them there, but we might move it to the Kraken kid's tent. And speaking of the Kraken kid, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do our bedroom last, because I am gonna wait some days to see if we can get some more blue furniture, and I don't want to place everything just to have to pick it back up. So let's figure out everything else first. We do have a lot of tables, so I might do some kind of not restaurant but eating area over here. And we do have a lot of tables, so maybe it can be pretty big. All right, I think this looks good. We have a very long table. We also have a round table, but we're not going to use that just now. And then for the chairs that we have, we can use so many of these green chairs on this. We could have the biggest dining table I think I've ever made. So we'll put 1 on each end. That way these people will pretty much never speak to each other with how far they are. There we go. And then we'll spread these out evenly. Put 1 on each side like this. And then because there's not too much room on this side, we'll put the rest right here. And with that, we have a very nice dining table. So what I think I'm going to do is make some extra stew, and we'll grab these steaks that I have and we'll put them along the dining table to make it look very nice. We also did get a cake, so that's perfect timing. We'll use that as well. All right, put this last stew right here. And with that, we have a very nice family dining table. Someone's eating a steak, corn, soup, carrot, cake, steak, stew, corn, stew, steak, chicken leg, and stew. Very nice. But with the round table and the thin table, I just figured out what we can do with these. We can use that for our cars section. So we'll put them right here. That way anyone who comes inside will see our very nice engine and tire collection. So let's go grab those. We have 3 tires and 2 engines. So I wonder how we're going to put this. The engine we could put right here. That would look nice. Then for the tires, we could do shift lock and put it right here as long as it won't roll off. Then if I do one on top, okay, that does not work. But maybe instead what we could do is flatten them out. So if I have them fall and they flatten out just like that, we can put them up top like this. There we go. And then for the engine, we'll put this one facing the opposite direction of the other one. Okay, gotta make sure I do that right. Gotta put it like this. Then we'll put our tires back. We could just stack the tires one on top of another, kind of like a tower of tires. There we go. That is not bad. We'll move the engine over a little bit too. So now you can see our car memorabilia. These engines actually once raced in the Piston Cup itself. I think this is one of Lightning McQueen's old engines. It does seem pretty signature with the red rust right here, because everybody knows that red rust equals Lightning McQueen, and it's not even red, so that means it's probably even more likely Lightning McQueen, because we all know that Lightning McQueen is orange. But we did get some flowers, which are nice, some more chairs, which we might be able to use, 4 blue camping chairs, which are super helpful, and some bookshelves. But we'll buy everything just so that there will be more in stock later, or other things in stock. Not sure what I want to do with the blue camping chairs, but we're definitely going to keep them. With the wooden chairs, we can add them right here just for looks. I don't think anyone's going to actually sit back here, but let's make some more food for them. All right, dining table is a little bit more full. Looks pretty nice. Actually, you know what? We're going to treat today as the day of the Kraken kid. So we're going to put the cake at the head of the table where the Kraken kid is going to sit. As for these camping chairs though, they're yellow and red. So we're going to put them out in this pool over here, or this pond. We do have daisies, and because the white does look pretty nice with the blue, we'll put those out front of our tent. Now the amaryllis, we could actually use these and put them inside the farm instead of by the Kraken kid's tent. That way we can use them and they won't look too out of place. For the lavender, not sure what we're going to do with these yet, so we're going to leave those. We do have our chili bin, still a weird name, so we're going to put that inside the farm. You can freeze your carrots and then try to eat them later and break your teeth. Sounds very fun. I do have 3 chairs here though. Wait, what? Can't even place them. I can't place them. They're just blueprints. I'm just holding a blueprint. I'm left clicking. There's nothing that's happening. All right, well, looks like these are going off to the side. We do have 2 bedside tables though, so we're going to save that for the Kraken kid's bed when we place it down. Our log benches will add to be around the fire, just like this. We do have more wooden stools though. That's interesting. I think we're going to save these wooden stools. We also have our basketball hoop. We're just going to put it right here, so that way if you miss, your ball goes over the wall and you have to make the walk of shame all the way around the fence and get better at basketball. Furniture Trader is back again. Go see what he's got. Open for the blue rugs or blue bean bags. Blue bean bags will be good. Let's see. Blue signpost, not bad, but that seems to be all that we'll need. So we'll buy everything and we'll drop all the rest. This is officially the worst Furniture Trader visit I've ever had. I have a blue beanbag in here, but he's saying he's out of stock. No idea why, but that sucks. All right, today's a little interesting. We got 3 fairy light doubles. The yellow signpost is out of stock. Got a bunch of hedgerows and a green camping chair. We'll put the green camping chair right here next to the crock pot. We'll save the fairy light doubles for now. Just want a lot of blue furniture to fill this section right here. That bunny has been there for maybe days now. I have no idea why we just have a bunny stuck right there, but that's interesting. All right. This time we got 2 we got bean bags. Wooden bookshelf, we'll take that. The rest we'll buy, but we won't need. Again, we're gonna save that for when we have more furniture. Bookshelf will also save that. All right, this is good. This time he has 3 blue pillows, 2 nightstands, yellow signpost, and 2 fences. I also did find another hoop earlier though, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it on this side over here. That way, if you want to play a game of basketball, you gotta jump over the ammo crate, crafting bench. Try not to cut your toes on these cultist gems. Try not to get burned by a bunch of fire. Don't step on anyone else's food. Try not to trip over all the blueprints, and then if you can, score a slam dunk, which you might not even know if it went through because we have no net. I think that's pretty safe for kids. All right, what do you have today? 4 fairy light arches and 1 wooden fence segment. Very interesting. He's not giving me as much furniture as before, so maybe next time he'll give me the blue rugs, because I don't think I've seen those yet. All right, he is running out of stuff. We only got 2 lavenders and that's it, so we might... Wait a second, I only got 1. I only have 1 in my inventory. Well, just got scammed by the Furniture Trader, not gonna lie. Kind of heartbreaking. Thought we had a much closer friendship than that, but just goes to show, be careful who you do business with. All right, hopefully he has more than 1 item, and he does not. 3 sunflowers, we'll take those for now, but I am not waiting anymore for 1 item each time, so we're gonna finish this base. The sunflowers we're gonna put inside the farm. There we go. Got a nice alternating pattern of yellow and red, but now we have to figure out what we're gonna do for the Kraken kid's bedroom. We have the giant bed, and so I think what we want to do is we're gonna put the giant bed kind of over this bush. That way it's out of the way. We have 2 bedside tables, so we're gonna put put them on each side. Very nice. And we have 3 blue pillows. So for this, I'm not sure what we want to do. I think what we'll do is we'll put it in a ring here, or like an arc going from the Kraken kids tent all the way to the Dino kids tent. Bookshelf we'll put behind the bed just like this. We also have 2 more nightstands, so we're gonna put them right here and right here. That way, if she feels like sleeping the opposite direction and putting her head on literal wood, she can do that. And as for the blue camping chairs and blue signposts, the blue signposts we're gonna put off to the side just like this. Or actually, let's put it the other way. That way we're not blocking our entrance to the table here, or at least to this side of the table. There we go. For the blue camping chairs, we'll put them in another arc right behind the blue pillows, just so that we have all the blue consolidated. Looks very nice. We do also have some chair sets, and I believe these are also blue. So we're putting these as bleachers. So if you want to watch the basketball game in which people have to go over or through literal fire, you can do that. Now we do have 2 blue bean bags as well. So we're gonna put them, I don't want to put it right here in the way of the hoop. We already have enough stuff in the way. So we can put it back here as a little hangout area. And now we have a very nice looking blue section right here. We do have another bookshelf, so I have a genius idea. We'll have one right here just in case she wants to read books sideways, because that's how that works. We also do have a lot of fairy lights, so I'm wondering how we're going to use these. I think we'll put an arch at the entrance. We'll put an arch in front of the tent, and in the back of the tent, we'll also replace the colorful fairy lights we have here with our last arch. And then for the colorful lights, we'll put those behind her bed, and regular lights in front. We'll also put some lights behind our museum here, and the final bit we will put behind the basketball hoop, showing that this is the Kraken kid side. Or actually, we could put it right here in front. Won't mess up too much. Now we do have 5 wooden stools, so we could have these as the very cheap seats that you buy off of some coupon website, which you only have to pay $5 for. And the reason for that is because you have 10,000 pieces of gum just underneath, and if you feel like getting a disease you've never heard about, you can actually chew that gum for free. Now we have to do something with all this. We have 2 washing machines, so we're gonna make a washer and dryer section right here. If you need to clean your clothes, or really just make them even more dirty than they already were, you can use both of these. We have our experiment and our prototype. We should actually add that to our museum, because this is actually a car computer. As you can see here, the 9 buttons mean that there are 9 different gear shifts, because that's how cars work. And this right here is actually a nitrous oxide thing that is very useful for going faster, because the science works, and then after that your car goes faster. We have our microwave, radio, and broken fan. You know what, we'll be nice. We will give a broken fan to one of the chairs right here. It'll double the price, but at least you are not cooler because it's not working. We'll put a radio for the people who are back here, because they're not seeing the game anyway. They're just gonna have to hear about it. And a broken microwave, we'll put that right here at the end of the table, so that way if your food is cold, actually I don't want it to be in the way right here. We could put it right here. That way if your food's cold, just microwave it real quick. Now for the rest of the furniture that we're not gonna use, we're gonna throw that into the pond right here. We do have a lot of hedgerows, but I think our base is pretty much full, and I don't want to ruin the blue look here by adding a bunch of green. Alright, our pond is pretty much full of oil and furniture, which means it's now time to do the base tour. And so, let me welcome you to the Kraken Kids base. Coming through, we have our archway as well as a boost pad if you want to get out pretty quickly. Off to the left, we have our not working washer and dryer, which will not make your clothes wet and not make your clothes... Well, actually, technically, if you leave your clothes in there long enough, your clothes should technically get dry. But then off to the right, we have our car memorabilia museum, where we have nitrous oxide, a V17 engine, an L32 engine. Don't ask why they look the same. 3 tires, because who needs 4? And finally, a computer that was actually inside of Lightning McQueen's brand new engine from 2013. Sadly, it was cut out of the Cars 2 movie because they felt like making it into an action spy movie. And also because Cars 2 came out in 2011. Then in the middle here, we have our campfire filled with log benches that actually work, because these ones seem to be just for show. Then we have our utility, our sundial, our compass, our map, crafting bench, radar, ammo crate. Then coming to the back, we have our very own farm filled with a ton of corn, carrots, a couple pumpkins, flowers, and even a chili, I forgot what that was called, chili cheesesteak, a chili cheesesteak from Philadelphia. Then coming out here, we have our very big fancy dining table to look like we're rich, when in reality we are extremely poor, with our very own not working microwave that will probably give you all kinds of food diseases and will stop you from eating food entirely. So if you're trying to lose weight, here you go. But now for the main attraction, we have the Kraken Kids bedroom. We have her tent with 2 fairy light arches, flowers all around, blue signposts, 2 bean bags back here, maybe for reading, maybe for looking at the newspaper. And then we have her bedroom back here filled with 4 nightstands, 2 bookshelves because I had way too much furniture, lights to make it look a lot cooler, as well as a bunch of seating right here if you want to sit down on the left. If you want to sit down in a camping chair, you can do that. But in all honesty, it makes it look a lot nicer with the blue. Not sure why you'd sit down here. But for my favorite part of the base, we have our basketball hoops. This side is the away team, which is why they get nothing and have to trip over everything in order to get to the home team over here, the Kraken Kids hoop, where we have luxurious premium seating back here, as well as the cheap $3.50 seating here with a fan that doesn't work so you can get not colder. And back here, you're not seeing anything anyway, so we have a radio to tell you what's happening. But with that, that is the entire base. And as you can see here, we do have visitors who are now leaving because the base was just so good that he did not want to stay here for too long. I totally understand. I get the same feeling. Same thing for the Dino Kid. I totally get it, man. It's all cool. Come back whenever you're ready. Today, I'm going to be building the ultimate Squid Kid base in 99 Nights in the Forest. And I'm playing the decorator class to do so because I not only get the hammer, which gives me much more furniture, but the paintbrush, which will allow me to make everything yellow for I'm even yellow. And that way we can actually have a really nice looking base. And I'm wondering just how many things we'll be able to color as well. And I'm very excited to see what this is going to be like. I haven't made a super crazy base with the new decorations update just yet because I've been sick with every disease known to man for the last week and a half or so. So I'm pretty sure they fixed the tents swapping if you get the kids out of order. So for example, if I only got the Squid Kid and didn't get the first 2 kids, the Squid Kid's tent would be red because it would be the Dino Kid's tent, since that's usually the first one you get. But I'm pretty sure now it'll always be yellow. So what I'm going to do is not get the first 2 kids, not the 4th, but only the Squid Kid so we can focus on him having a really nice base. All right, we got a fire level 5, which means we can now actually go get the Squid Kid. But first, I do want to get a stable food source. So let me quickly make some farm plots. We're going to put these here for now, but with the hammer, we can always move them. So let's see. We're going to have a decently hard time finding him if we don't get lucky. But we're just going to try to stay near the edge of the map. And then when we find him, we'll get him, bring him back to the base. And I really hope I'm correct that his tent will be yellow. No way. No, bro, I didn't even try. I literally walked a straight line and found him. All right, well, that's insane. Let me use my spear. We'll take out these wolves. Okay, I'm about to die. I'm actually about to die. There are quite a few wolves around. Knights. Okay, so I gotta be careful. But hey, I know exactly where Squid Kid is. We're just gonna head back home. We'll come back out when it's daytime. That's really good, though. We found them almost immediately. Well, no, not even all. I can't even say almost immediately. We found him immediately. I didn't even look to the left or to the right. He was just there. All right, so next day, let's head out there and go get the Squid Kid. I have a revolver with enough ammo, so that'll be easy. And then we just gotta start figuring out what we actually want to do for this base. I just know I want it to be as yellow as possible, and anything that can be yellow probably will be yellow, unless for a specific reason. All right, we made it. Squid Kid is in our sack, and we got a rifle too. That'll be useful. Gonna grab this food because I am low. All right, please be yellow. Please be yellow. It's gonna be yellow. It's good. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and we have the hammer, so we can pick up the tent, move wherever we want. Can we paint it? I'm wondering if we could paint it. I don't think you can paint the tents, but we'll have to figure out what we can paint. So today we're actually getting raided, or at least tonight we are, which is also today, so I don't know why I corrected myself, but that should mean that tomorrow the furniture trader will be in town. Okay, that's interesting. Now with the 3rd kid found, we have posters for every single other kid. That used to not be a thing. So I think if I get the compass, I'm also gonna get the sundial too, but if I get the compass, I think I'll see all of them on there. Yeah, I literally see every last one of them on my compass. Interesting. Oh wait, I forgot. Being the decorator class, at least I think this is because of the decorator class, I could just hit T and I could trade with the furniture trader anytime I want. All right, so let's see. He's got a lot of, I mean, the inventory is overflowing. This is perfect. I don't have that many coins though. That's gonna be the problem. We want a lot of coins. We got picket fence painteds. Those are gonna be nice. Cloth frames, stone lanterns. I don't think you could paint flower bushes, but we're gonna come up with an insanely creative base here. So we gotta start out with with what we want. And because I could just trade with the furniture trader at any time, I could just look around my base and figure out what I need. For now, I'm gonna get myself a crock pot. For this time, we're just gonna buy the rare items that he has. And they're actually cheaper for me too, because I get a 25% off, or no, I think it's 20% off discount on all the items, being the decorator class. So we have a bunch of stuff, but we're just gonna keep it to the side for now because I don't know exactly what we're gonna do yet. All right, there we go. We got a ton of coins here. We're now up to 126. Not bad. That'll get us a lot, but because the furniture trader is so much better now, we could just buy, I mean, I think there's some items you could just buy infinite amount of stuff, which will probably allow for some pretty crazy ideas. So we'll see what we can do. But I'm really hoping. Chainsaw right here and we're good. Okay, tactical shotgun is actually pretty good. I am very happy with that. Still do want the strong axe or the chainsaw though, so we'll have to go looting for that. Or actually, I could go to where the 4th kid is being held, and usually there's a mythic chest over there. Wait, I just realized, hold up, I haven't even gotten fire level 6 yet. I have to do that first. Okay, but for now, let me grab some loot. As you can see behind me, I have my 2 dogs. The one on the left, his name is Good Boy, and the one on the right, his name is Bad Boy. I can't really tell them apart though, because every time I sleep, they both like to chew my limbs off. You know, guys, I would absolutely give you a treat if you could do a really cool trick, right? All you have to do is not murder me in my sleep. I know a few people who are capable of doing that. Now, I actually have a 3rd pet, and his name is Big Boy. I don't know if you could tell which one Big Boy is, but I think it's fairly obvious. All right, this should be enough to get fire level 6. There we go. So now let's head over, hopefully get a mythic chest from where the 4th kid's being kept, and hopefully get the chainsaw. That, or I just need to find a strong axe somewhere after that. I wonder if there's an axe, or maybe they should make it, or could make it, where if you go out into the fire biome or the volcano biome, you could get an inferno axe that when you chop down a tree, it burns, and like 15 seconds later, it's chopped down for you. That'd be pretty cool. All right, got the key. Mythic chest, por favor. There we go. Chainsaw, please. That would be perfect. Thorn armor is not that great, but we'll take it. It's better armor than what we have now. Gonna have to go looking for the strong axe. Good thing is though, we're getting raided tonight, so that'll allow us time away from the deer. Just need him to despawn for the raid, and then we can loot pretty much safely, except for the wolves, of course. All right, deer despawned. Oh wait, no way, another mythic chest in here, bro. Let this one be the chainsaw. Oh, that's weird. There's nothing in this one. That's a scam. I think they need to fix the chest in the next update or something. Furniture trader's back today. We have 156 coins. Let me just buy picnic hamper, wheelbarrow. I've never seen that before. Picnic blanket, some sunflowers, and some interesting looking street lanterns. Let's also buy Icy Throne or Kevin's Seat, Kevin himself, Kevin's pet Nemo. I'm gonna get a bunch of these picket fences. I feel like that would add a lot of color to the base, and we want this to be yellow, but I don't even think I'll need the paintbrush. These just come pre-yellow. Maybe the pillows though. Maybe you could paint pillows. We're gonna get those too. Some buckets. I don't even know what we can use those for. So far we spent about 100 of our coins too. We're gonna get some shrubs, flower bushes, and a couple rocks. Feel like that'd be some good stuff for later. All right, this is actually pretty good too. Because we've had a bunch of mythic chests and even raiding the stronghold, we already have 1 forest gem. So we might be able to make a really overpowered item later in this video. We'll see though. For right now though, I'm really wondering, can you paint the bed? I know for a fact we're gonna use a regular bed if you can't. So I made a regular bed. Let me place down the furniture I have now, and let's see. We'll put it right next to his tent. Can you paint this? Okay, you can't. I really wish you could though, because then I would get one of the bigger beds and paint it yellow. And even for the koala kid, every time we have a bed for her, I would paint it purple. All right, I've been looking for a strong axe for a very long time. I still haven't found one. The furniture trader's back, so let's see what he's got. Lush canopy. I've never seen that. The gray brick circle, never seen that. Maybe I have, but don't remember it. So we'll get the rare items first. I do want to get more of these fences. That's good. We want to have a lot of colored things, like 6 bean bags, 6 yellow bean bags. That would be perfect. All right, we got a bunch more furniture. Still though, I need the strong axe. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the stronghold, and actually, since I can loot and then also buy furniture in the stronghold, I could do 2 things at once right here. Yeah, right there. We just got 20 coins from that. Got another bunch, up to 50. Now I'm up to 70. Getting so many coins so fast. Gotta be careful I don't die. Gotta look at my health, like right there. Take a bandage. That was quick. All right, got more coming in right here. Spear is the best item item in the game, except for maybe the katana. This thing is so overpowered for taking out the stronghold. But for now, I think that's enough. I have about 120. Let me just see what else we could buy. I don't even have much time. I'm gonna get cloth frames. I hope you could paint those. We'll get some stone lanterns. That sounds cool. Couple tables, a bunch of gray brick benches, and then we'll get some wooden tables, and that is it. Okay. Still, spent an almost extra 100 coins because of that. All right, there we go. Finished looting the stronghold. Got a lot of coins right here. Back up to about 120, or exactly 120. Let's get our stuff. Really hoping. Chainsaw right here will be so good. We have so much furniture. We're gonna have even more. This base just needs walls, and then we're good. Ah, man, this is not my day today. What am I supposed to do with this, man? You know what? I'm gonna bring this back for this is the Squid Kid's armor. I will turn him into a knight of thorns. Him and I are under the Thorn Kingdom. All right, my good sir. Today is your... Oh, hold up. Almost lost your piece of armor. One second. Oh, I gotta flip it the right way back up if I can. Not sure if I can. Oh, okay, there we go. That was actually really easy. All right, sir. Today is your unlucky day that you become in service to the Thorn King. All right, maybe when you're older. Drop our furniture down. We have so much stuff. We also have a lot of scrap. We have 200 scrap. I just need wood. So I'm not sure exactly where I can go to get a strong axe. I mean, I've explored most of the outer area, so I guess this top right area would be smart to look at next. Yo, I'm dead. Yo, I'm double, dude. Kill me. You win. I'm sorry I ever played this video game. I will go take it back to GameStop. I promise you. I think I might be in the world's most unlucky game of all time. I cannot find this strong axe anywhere. Oh, this is not... Okay, campfire is almost out as well. Being chased by good boy, bad boy, and very neutral boy. We got a lot of fuel around here though, so that's good. I'm honestly thinking, can you get strong axes and things like that in the volcano biome? I'm not sure. I'm gonna try to get that red chest up there. Wait a second. How in the world am I gonna get that chest up there? There's no... I thought there was always a tower next... Hold up. Is there a way to get... Yeah, maybe you like gotta jump off of this thing and... Okay. Last time I jumped off of a tower to get up top here, but you could just use the rubble. Got infernal... That seems to be all I get out of these chests. I just need a strong axe. I have pretty much everything else I need for this. The one thing about this place though is good. Why is that dude in a cage? Yo, my man, what did they do to you? Were you caught sleeping on watch or something? All right, well, that's weird. But the one thing good about this biome is that there are so many cultists everywhere that I can get a ton of furniture coins whenever I need. I do want to get the fire back on, though. I just realized Oh, my flashlight's dead too. I am a fantastic planner. You have a wedding coming up. I promise you I will only be 74 days late. Right, it's not that big of a deal. I have no idea where on planet Cybertron I am. Okay, wait, I actually know where I am now. Dude, this is not good. All right, let me take this chili right here. I should be walking towards the campfire. There it is. All right, just something in here for fuel. There we go. All right, raid is taken care of. I don't know how you got in the base, but there we go. Fire's fueled up. We have a wolf pelt and an alpha wolf pelt. We just need a bear pelt, and we can get the strong axe from the pelt trader that way. Furniture trader's back too. We have 175 coins. Get some mushroom chairs, some actual what? There's like an extra rare item down here. Lush canopy, mushrooms, lantern cylinder, red brick circles, more pillows. Thank you very much. More fences, gracias. And I'm gonna get some chairs, just a whole bunch of those. You know what? Let's get some flower bushes. Why not? And you know what? We'll want some fairy lights, so we'll get some of those. Dude, the update for the furniture makes these videos so much better. I cannot tell you. See, this is like how much furniture I would usually have, but think about it. One of these things could be like 5 pieces of furniture depending on how much I bought. So this is crazy. For now though, let me go try to get a bear pelt. Dude, this has been the search for the strong axe. That is insane. The map is almost completely discovered. There we go, bear pelt. Okay, bringing that back to the base. We have a guaranteed strong axe now. We just need to wait for the pelt trader. That was a ridiculous long time just to get the axe. I'm gonna go check out the stronghold as well, see if we can loot that and maybe get a chainsaw after. But then again, we're not gonna need too much. Yeah, we're not gonna need too much wood, but hey, why not get the furniture coins? I want this base to be ridiculous. Everyone always says, oh, Dino Kid got spoiled. Oh, Kraken Kid got spoiled. And that's because the furniture is just never really lined up for the Squid Kid and the Koala Kid. But now we're gonna make it lined up. Okay, we got 2 minutes 30. I'm gonna set a timer on my phone. Set that for 3 minutes. Just give a little extra room. Actually, you know what? We could just go to the stronghold like a minute after it turns day or so. But now, I mean, let's just start sorting furniture. I don't know if we can even sort this kind of furniture. There's so many types of furniture. I think we're just gonna do this one at a time. So the first thing we need to figure out is that we have level 6 fire, but that is not that big of a base. This is actually pretty small. I think I might just get all the torches. So let's see. What if I tried 5 torches? We're just gonna place them right here for now. 5 torches definitely expands the base, but I mean, we have so much furniture. It'd be a waste not to use all of it. So we'll just place all of our torches. So we will need more wood, but that's fine. We can get it. We'll have the strong axe pretty soon. All right, Pelt Trader's not here today, so we're just gonna head over to the stronghold, try to clear that as soon as possible. Maybe he'll come by tomorrow, but we'll see. Got 25 seconds. See, this big blue guy is usually scary, but not when you can just do that. That was really easy. Even right here, although these guys take a ridiculous amount of hits now, this is pretty easy. The actual scary cultists are the red ones, because their aim is just ridiculous. I mean, they played every video game growing up, joined the military at 14, have 20-0 vision, not 20-20. No, they have 20-0 vision. They can see infinitely and still hit you if you're moving at 10 miles an hour. All right, there we go. Cleared this stronghold. This one was a lot harder. I now have 230 furniture coins. I am really hoping for the chainsaw right here. I'm gonna have furniture for days though. Please, the chainsaw. I'm hoping the Pelt Trader's here today though. Actually, I have to trade with him really fast. I've got like 30 seconds. Is he here? I don't see him. Oh wait, yo, whoa, yeah, there he is. Okay, I don't even know if I have. Dude, please tell me. Please don't let this be my demise. Please, no, not this. Give me anything. Anything. Take my money. Take my money. Well, I got some rifle ammo out of that. I gotta wait for the whole next time. So this is great. You know what? I need an oil drill. That is what I need. I'm gonna run out of fuel continuously if I don't have that. Gotta get the crafting bench 4 and I need 25 more wood. So let's go try to get that. I also do have my second gem of the forest fragment. So as long as I have the wood for it, and I probably have the scrap for it, we can get a respawn chamber or something else. Okay, this is really weird. I think I might have just found the world's first perpetual motion machine. This screw is just not, it won't stop moving. I don't even think I touched it. Maybe I did. I'm not sure. But it will not, it's still moving. It's still going. I'm getting wood, still looking at it from all the way over here. And it just keeps circling. Yeah, it's still going. All right, we got a bunch more saplings. Gotta make sure I spread them out. If you plant them all in the same spot, it's kind of hard to chop them down, but we can get the oil drill. For now, let's just put it right here. That's fine. All right, Furniture Trader's back. 263 coins. It's insane. No Pelt Trader yet. All right, let's get the rare stuff. Big red flower, plant lantern. Don't think I've seen that before. We'll get these fences. Gotta have those. We're getting 6 more bean bags. We're getting a bunch of fairy lights, singles as well. I mean, we're getting a bunch of wooden tables. We're getting 1,000 million chairs because why not? And then we're getting more gray brick benches. Dude, I do not know just how much furniture I truly have here. I mean, I have 20 wooden chairs, bro. All right, let's see. What should we do now? I need wood, so I think we're just gonna focus on that. And although it's gonna be a little bit slow, might as well. All right, let's get crafting bench 5. And honestly, I kind of want the weather machine. I don't really like the rain. We're not gonna be using the respawn capsule too much. Temporal accelerometer is almost useless to me for this challenge, so we're gonna get the weather machine. Just need about 30 more wood. All right, we got our weather machine and in perfect time too. So we'll put that back here for right now. Modify the weather, por favor. I do not like this weather. So there we go. I also need some oil pretty soon. So if this oil drill could hurry up a little bit, that will help us. There we go. I am so glad you have returned. You are my best friend. Please. There we go. All right, please. Thank you. Finally, we have the strong axe. That'll make this 10 billion times easier. All right, spent a bunch of hard time getting a bunch of wood. We have about 500 wood. Let's see if this will be enough to make the square wall. So we have to do this properly. We don't want to mess it up. I don't need it to be 100% perfect, but I don't want it to be bad neither. I think right here is decent enough. So I'm gonna place log wall right here, and then another one off to the side like this. Kind of put them inside of each other like that, and then we'll build our square base off of that. I do know where I want the door to be as well, so I'm gonna have to remember that, but we just keep on going. Wait, it'd probably be better if I snap this to the grid. Oh yeah, that's gonna make it perfectly straight. It's a little overlapped, but that's fine. All right, we're at our limit right here, so let's hold up. What if I do this? Can I then do this? I can. Okay. All right, we're not there yet, but this is extremely square. It's perfect on this side. On this side, I'm actually gonna pick up all the walls I've already placed, or at least the ones that I didn't use the grid for, and then we'll replace them. All right, and with that, I think we have an almost perfectly square base. It's all snapped to the grid. It looks, I mean, this is great. The grid snapping actually helps a decent amount, so we have a lot of room to work with now. So now comes the building. I want the Squid Kid to have his own just mega mansion area, because it is his base. So we're gonna have to figure out what we want to do to make this a very, very yellow looking base. So let's see what we can do with what we got. We gotta move the tent first, the central hub of the Squid Kid's operation. So maybe we could put it at the very back corner here, just like right there. Now I have some log walls. We're gonna chuck those over to the Western Hemisphere because I won't be needing them. Got some stews, put that off to the side. Now this paintbrush, dude, this is gonna be so useful. Now I guess we just gotta start looking for stuff. I mean, we can move his bed first. I guess that's the first piece of furniture he would need to like go to sleep and all that. So we'll put that off to the side right here. Very nice. So far, not anything too cool, but we have so much furniture to play with. I also have a painting landscape. I have no idea what, if you can paint stuff, that would be insane. All right, how about this? Chili bin. We'll put one of these over here. Some water, some ice. Now, I'm actually interested about these cloth frames. Please, please tell me you can paint these things. They're literally blue. Please tell me I can paint them yellow. That'd be insane. Yes, you can paint. Oh, this is fantastic. All right, we can do something with these. We're gonna put these down for now, though. Pick this one up, put that down. All right, what else can we get? Pillows, we know we could paint those. Now, here's what I need, the trellis fences. These are gonna be the things that I'm putting all around here as like a barrier. So that way he has a very nice base. Kind of like separates it, makes it a little bit cooler. I have a painting, bro. I want to put a painting right here. Can I actually just paint whatever? Aw, come on. I was gonna make like a custom Squid Kid painting, but that's actually not bad. Now the next thing, all right, we got more trellis fences. Let me see if I can get all these. We have picket fences as well. Those are different, so I don't want to mix them up. We actually have a lot of these too. So now I guess I can do picket fences right here. It doesn't line up. That's kind of not satisfying, but we'll have to just go with that for now. All right, so we have his bedroom area right here pretty much closed off. We have extra fences, so we'll have to figure out what to do with those later. Now we have pillows on bean bags. I'm just gonna find all of those and put those off to the side. What is this? A painting square. Please tell me this one I can paint on. I don't think so. Yeah, okay, so let's see. Bean bags. Now we're talking. We have a rideable sign, so this is what we're gonna want to use. The front of it's gonna be what's facing me right now. So I think over here, can I put it on top? Okay, you can't put it on top of the fence. Maybe you can. This fence? Okay, you can. So I'm gonna put it right here. Edit the sign. Squid Kid house. Oh wait, that's it? Oh wait. Oh wait. Hold on. Wait, maybe no. Hold on. Squid Kid house. No octopus allowed. All right, that works perfectly. That is exactly. That's really. I actually like how it fits the text to the sign rather than you having to do it. So let's see what else. We gotta look for our bean bags and pillows still. Got a hoop too. Okay, dude, we're having a basketball hoop over here for sure. All right, I think we've got all the pillows and bean bags out of the way. I also got our extra fences off to the side here. We have so many of these. I mean, I have 12 bean bags and 18 pillows. My guy, you are about to have one of the greatest hangout areas in existence. We're gonna have the bean bags back here, snap them to the grid so that they look pretty nice, just like this and like this. There we go. We have 6 more too. Hold up. Are we gonna have any room for pillows? This is insane how many beanbags I have. Dude, what in the world am I supposed to do with these? I have too much furniture at this point. Let's take our paintbrush. We can recolor all of them yellow as well. You gotta do that. All right. Looking pretty nice. Looking pretty nice. Now for the pillow. What do we do? Dude, I have so many pillows. It's insane. I have just a I have more pillows than beanbags, and the beanbags already taking up so much space. Would it look cool with them like in between here? Maybe I'm gonna do just a few and we'll see how that looks. All right, I'm gonna do up to here, repaint them. You know, maybe it would look better because Squid Kid, he's yellow and also white. So if I made these white, maybe that would look really nice. Yeah, that actually doesn't look bad. Okay, let's do that. All right, there we go. White pillows, yellow beanbags all over the place. I still have like 7 pillows though. So I guess I can do one of these and just kind of close it off. Maybe I have enough. I think I have enough. All right, we have officially the coziest hangout area in the entire game. Let me just finish painting these. 17 million feathers went into the creation of this living room. All right, doesn't look bad. Now we gotta add stuff in the center though. All right, what can we put in the center? Got a lantern cone. These are kind of small. Got a gray brick circle. I don't even know what this is for, but maybe we could use it. Still learning all these new decorations. We have big red, bro, please tell me you can paint these. I'm begging you, paint. Okay, you can't paint big red flowers, but that would be cool. I do have white flowers though. That would look pretty cool. And I have a picnic basket, and I think I have a blanket too. Where is it at? And wait, I have sunflowers and big white flowers. This will fit perfectly with the colors we have. There it is, picnic blanket. So we could put that right in the center here. Very nice. Big white flower here. Put some sunflowers. We have 3 of these, so we can do like a triangle shape. Dude, this is the most luxurious kid. This is like a daycare. This is one of those daycares you pay like $500 a month for, and your kid comes home with 2 diseases a week. This is perfect. We also have some fairy lights, so we can add that around here. I have 5 of these. Can put like 4 corners of them like this. Put another one back here, some backlighting, and this is actually looking pretty decent so far. This is a very nice, cozy, like a kid would die to live here, man. Put a basketball hoop in the corner too. Very nice. Now we do have street lanterns. These would probably look pretty nice at intervals on the wall. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Adds a little bit of lighting to the base we've got going on here. Do have some more, so we could put them on this side. Oh, this is sick. Oh, this is nuts, bro. We got clean energy now for children. We could teach them all about the cost of building a windmill out of leaves, a vine. All right, we have everything separated. We have some misc right here in the center, brick stuff, fairy lights, farm stuff, mushroom stuff, cloth frames, and fences. So far, this is looking just insane. I think I have an idea for these cloth frames. I don't know how many I have. I have 1 here, 5 here, so I have 5 total. If I can hang them across here, if it can reach the end, I think that would look really cool. I think it will reach all the way. There we go. That looks nice. Now we could paint this all. Maybe white would look good. All right. Insane house for the Squid. I mean, this dude can have a 70 kid play date and still have room to spare for another 3,000 children from the Eastern Hemisphere flying in on a boat. So, I mean, I don't know anything else we could put in here, but we'll see for later. Now, let's focus on building the farm, which I think the best area would be towards the front in this corner right here. Oh, actually, hold up. I have an idea. Let me get one of my wooden tables. We'll put that right here, and then we can take our armor, or his armor, and put it right there for him to have it. Very nice. Just a little bit more decoration. Something tells me, though, if I ever am not a YouTuber, maybe I could use this as a resume for my interior design. So, to my future possible employer, I know this may not look too great to you, but with the right budget, I can do anything. So hire me, only $5,000 an hour, and I want 3 weeks vacation every month. Now for the farm. So first things first, actually, we're gonna need a lot of farm plots. So let me cut down some wood. All right, just got 200 wood. That'll get us all the farm plots we could possibly make. And we have 2 over here as well. But I'm not just gonna spam place all the farm plots. I don't want this to just be some lackluster farm with the furniture then placed around it. But I want to place them all around the same time, back and forth, to make cool design choices that I think would be very nice. So for, whoa, yo, this is huge. Yo, I didn't know this thing was so, that is, wow. All right, I think I know what we're using this for. This is not going part of the, dude, I thought that thing was gonna be like a fourth the size it actually is. That is insane. I know I have a sloped one as well. I'm trying to find that now. Wait, where is it? I remember buying one. There it is. All right, let's see. What do we want to start out with? Is there anything I need more of? Don't think so. I mean, this just looks insane. Maybe I'll buy more bush planters. I think those will look nice. And then shrubs. You know what? Let me actually sort these out. So bush planter, flower bush, lantern. Wait a second. Hold up. Hold your cellular device. We should use our fences for this. I actually think that'd be a great idea. So that's what we're gonna do. Gonna start with our picket fences right here. All right. So far, we've got a very, very nice frame for the farm. We haven't built the inside just yet. We have a ton of lights, bushes, shrubs, even these bush planter things. Looks very cool. We have 2 corners of this base looking, I mean, insane. That looks cool. This is gonna look cool. Let's see what we can do with it. And then over here, we're gonna put a restaurant using these absolutely massive, dude, these are sick. All right, so far we're gonna work on this like a 3D printer would. We're going not bottom to top, but like this side to that side. Slowly adding in details and different things into it. Oh wait, I actually have a really cool idea. We're gonna have a table in the middle of the garden. A VIP luxury experience for our restaurant that only somebody as rich as Kevin would be able to afford. You could literally eat in the middle of our amazing garden. Just don't eat the chilies, and if you do, please don't sue us. This is honestly looking really cool. The level of detail you can add in this game. This is just, I'm probably the only person who's going to this extent. I mean, I haven't seen anyone else yet. Not that I'm looking, but the level that you can go to is amazing now. There's probably a brain receptor somewhere that's being fired off right now for just how satisfying this base looks. Look at how small the Squid Kid is compared to how big this farm is. All right, I think here's where we could just leave the farm. I mean, this is beautiful. We have flowers, lanterns, rocks, tables, or one table, benches, bushes all around, rocks, puddles. I don't know if I said rocks already, but a wheelbarrow too. This is amazing. All right, so far that's the garden. We might add some more to it later. Actually, hold up. I want to add a lantern to this so I could put it on the rock. I wish you could. Oh, no way. We got another lush canopy, bro. Give me that, por favor. All right, we got a bunch more stuff. Dude, these are gonna be so cool. This, man, I'm excited just for these 2-3 pieces of furniture. It's gonna be great. I'm genuinely like I feel like a little kid who's so excited to play with his presents on his birthday right now. All right, well, now I think about it, I think now's the time we actually get to use these amazing, dude. This is what we're doing. We're putting this here. We're putting the big square one in between right here. Look at that. Let me move it a little bit more to line it up. And then this one right here. There we go. Very nice. And we can have a whole bunch of, I don't even know what we want to put in here right now. Oh wait, I actually have a good idea. Now this idea is so genius. I don't think one person on planet Earth has ever thought of this. Wait, where did I put it? Wait, what? I thought, hold up. Hold up. I know I didn't place it yet. Not in here. Wait, what? Where'd it go? What? Did I? Wait, huh? Yo, I remember buying Kevin and Nemo, but they're not, are they in my inventory? They're not in my inventory. I'm genuinely so confused, bro. There's no way Kevin just betrayed me like that. Breaks my heart, man. I have been using my creative juices, energy, whatever it's called, like crazy with this. I mean, this is crazy. You already saw that. But we have our restaurant. This is what it is so far. We're not done. We have a table for 8, a table for however many you could fit on a bench, table for 4, table for 12, lanterns and everything. But down here is Kevin's Royal Mushroom Eatery place. He's got 2 mushrooms outside, a couple chairs back here with a glowing mushroom, and another glowing mushroom with a mushroom couch. And we just need Kevin. I don't know where Kevin is. Bro disappeared. All right. With this, I believe we're done with the base. And if you think this looks cool now, wait till you see what it looks at nighttime. I actually built some of this, or a lot of this, specifically in mind with the fact that the nighttime just looks ridiculously cool. So let's finally do the ultimate Squid Kid base tour in 99 Nights in the Forest. Coming in, you'll see immediately to the right, we have our farm, and immediately to the left, we have our restaurant. Now, first, let me show you the farm, which makes the food for our restaurant. Come in, we have torches. We have a lot of stuff in here, okay? I'm not gonna name every single one, but we have a beautiful, luscious garden, rocks, flowers, even a seating area here if you want to eat in here. Just everything you could imagine. Just it looks like its own ecosystem, its own biome. It is amazing, this garden that we have. Then, when you want, you take your food, bring it all the way over to your table, wherever you get sat by our hostess, which we don't have a hostess or we actually don't have anybody. But you can see our restaurant is very nice, but we actually have a VIP section built for Kevin. Now, he decided to just leave me, which, I mean, that's fair. I've had girls do that to me before, so Kevin's not a surprise, but it is just insane what you could do with these mushroom things. Like, this looks like its own luscious biome in a video game. Well, I mean, I am in a video game, but I am excited with a base that I've already built. This was supposed to be Kevin's table. We have lamps, literally plant-based lamps. Couldn't get any better than this. We have our tables out here as well, surrounded our flowers with some brick circles, or at least a few of our flowers. Table for 8, table for 4. This was the table for Kevin and whoever else wanted to hang out, whoever Kevin allowed. Table for however many can fit here. Table for 12, I believe. Yeah, table for 12. I mean, this is just, bro, the level to which you could build stuff in this update is awesome. Then, coming to the back right, we actually have our utility corner, where we have our barrels, which are filled with, I don't know what, but utility stuff. We have some lanterns to light it up. We have our weather machine, our sundial, our compass, which I pointed to them backwards, but we have our map right here of where I was trying to find the strong axe. And although we're getting raided, you can still start to see just how beautiful this base looks at night. It's raining. Hold on, let me go turn off the rain real quick. But look at this. I mean, this garden looks fantastic. The nice low lighting, but still there throughout the garden. Even in here, I mean, look at this, man. This is cool. I don't know if you like this, but I really like this. And we have our first customers who are all very angry because I poisoned them last time. Well, I pretty much poison these guys in every video. All right, there we go. Took care of the raid, but just, man, the looks at night of this base are so nice. But for the Squid Kids actual home back here, we even have our sign, Squid Kid House, no octopus allowed, which is actually interesting. There is no octopus kid. So, seems like all the kids will be able to make it in here. We have street lamps, picket fences, all yellow, making an extremely nice aesthetic. White cloths. We just have so much cool stuff. I mean, we have a basketball hoop, of which I have never missed. Well, I'm never getting that back. But we have our hangout area for the kids. I mean, we just need like 2 or 3 chaperones, and you can keep like 50 kids in here. It's insane, bro. We got picnic baskets, flowers, seats galore, yellow and white. We have so much stuff in here. It's awesome. And then finally, the Squid Kid's bedroom. He's got the yellow bed, some paintings, his own cooler for some water and ice, and his very own armor that he refuses to wear, but maybe one day when he's older. And finally, with that is the ultimate Squid Kid base. Today, I'm going to be building the ultimate Koala Kid base in 99 Nights in the Forest. Playing the decorator class, because that way we're going to get an absolute ton, and I mean a ton of furniture. We're going to make this the best Koala Kid base you have ever seen. Probably the only Koala Kid base you've ever seen, but still, it will technically be the best. All right, fire level 3 means we can go out and start looting and get the first kid. But actually, I just realized we're not going to be getting the first kid. We're only going to be getting the Koala Kid. Now, the number one priority is making sure we get every single furniture coin thing that is around the map. I'm looking for a good stack as well, but furniture coins especially throughout the entire run. And I think strongholds are going to be the best way to do that, because I remember in the last video, I straight up had 1,200 furniture coins by defeating the strongholds all the way up to level 4. It is insane how much furniture that would probably be able to buy me. I don't know how I'd spend all that. So we need to do something similar here by taking out all the strongholds and also getting all the coins I can find. See, most people find a spare change in their couches, but me personally, I like to go out into the woods and almost get killed by a deer. I think it's quite ergonomic to do it that way. You know, you save on greenhouse gases and all that. All right, there we go. Fire level 4, but we actually won't be able to get any kids until fire level 6. So right now, we just gotta get a nice food source, loot up, and make sure we find the stronghold to get furniture coins. There it is. All right, we now know where the stronghold is. It's not even open yet, so that's a good thing. We got about 3 minutes left. All right, today the furniture trader's here. We have about 60 coins, but the thing is, I don't even need to go where he's at. I always have the menu on me because I'm the decorator. All right, so let's get a picnic blanket, chopping board, a couple lantern cones, toadstool larges, and some mushroom chairs. After that, we can get Kevin at any time, so I think we'll do that when we have some more money. For now, let me get some pillows and some bean bags, because those though do not show up every single time. All right, there we go. Fire is finally now level, I mean, it's only day 5, but still, fire is finally level 6. All right, first stronghold is complete. 135 coins, but obviously the higher level you go, the more coins you get, because there's way more cultists. Oh, that's weird. Another empty chest. They really need to fix the bug of the empty red chest. So now that we took care of the stronghold, the next thing I need is a strong axe, because right now I just have a good axe. I can't really get wood that fast, and I'll definitely need a lot of wood because we're gonna make this a big base, and those walls are not cheap. But I also do need to find out where the fourth kid is being held, because I can't find it using the compass since I'm only getting the Koala Kid. Usually you have to get the kids in order. So I just found where the third kid's being held, but now I need to figure out where the fourth kid is. So I'm just gonna loot around the outer edges, which should allow me to get a strong axe a little bit easier, and then also find where the fourth kid is. I am hoping so badly that this is the chainsaw. Ah, okay. Thorn body's not bad though. Hoping for a strong axe here though. Just need the strong axe, that's it. Morning Star. I think I know what to do with this. We'll just wherever that goes. Furniture trader's back. We did get pillows and beanbags again, so that's good. We're gonna buy all of those. We got 2 more toadstool larges. We have a writable sign. We'll take that. Brown mushrooms, painting squares, always nice. Street lanterns too. Cloth frames, definitely buying those. I like to have painted stuff for the base because that way we can actually make it themed to the Koala Kid by making it purple. Let me also get some picket fences, and trellis fences. That'll add a lot more color to the base as well. We'll get 8 flower bases. That's a lot of flowers, but we'll get those. And then I guess we'll just get a quick shrub. Now we're not placing down anything yet, and that's because first we want to build the walls to our base, and to do that I still need the strong axe. So I'm gonna try to get that. There it is. All right, we found where the fourth kid's being kept. Now I'm gonna try to get rid of the bears because in there might be a mythic chest. There we go. Really hoping for the chainsaw now. Let's see. So it is a mythic chest or a red chest. Please give me the chainsaw. That is what I need right now. Okay. At least not bad though. Tactical shotgun, we will always take that. That will help me for the stronghold. Which reminds me, maybe it's time for me to go back there. So I'm gonna go check that out. Let me try to get a strong axe out of here though. All right, defensive blueprint. We'll actually use that for the base. That'll help. All right, it is open. So let's take care of this. Get a whole bunch of... Why are you sideways? And how did you hit me? All right, well, I gotta be careful. Yo, what is happening with the ram over there? He's just stuck sideways. Sir, can I help you find gravity? It is not hard to find. I promise you that. All right. Now I've got 221 coins, and I'm really hoping for the chainsaw. There it is. All right. Everything is okay. I am fine. I will not sell all of my assets and go into crippling debt. I will actually be safe and sound with my chainsaw. Koala Kid is also officially safe. So our base base is starting. All right, now I'm pretty much just gonna go out and get as many saplings as I can, bring them all back here, and just chop down everything. All right, 27 saplings in the sack. This will be quite a bit of wood. All right, furniture traders, no chance they have a purple mailbox. That is perfect. All we would need for the koala kit is a female box, but I don't think they make those, so we're gonna have to settle with this one. Now, actually, I do need 10 torches. We're gonna make this the biggest size possible base. So for now, torches are gonna go back here. All right, so we have 250 wood and we have a ton of trees about to grow. So now let me actually start building this wall. We want it to be perfectly in the corner. So what I'm thinking is that we snap this to the grid. So that's at a perfect angle from the campfire. Keep it on the grid and just move like this. So we stay on that line just like this. Gotta be careful I don't lose my position right there. That's the farthest it goes, but I'll have to settle for a little bit not far because I have to actually place it. But now place them perfectly as well as I can. I think right here will be as well as I can, just so I have it perfectly angled at the 90 degree, just like that. Well, it looks slightly off. Hold on, let me check. Okay, I see where I went wrong. Maybe right here has to be it. Yeah. All right. So that's the corner we're gonna place first, and then we're gonna stem everything off from here. Gonna build it nice and square, nice and easy, super fast, because everything just snaps to the grid. All right. First wall is done on that side. Now we just need more wood, which we have growing. Now that's a lot of trees, so start cutting this down. Probably still not gonna be enough wood though, if I'm being honest. All right, that got me 200 wood. Definitely not enough for the base, so we're just gonna keep replanting these and get this wall finished. And then we're also gonna have to go back to the stronghold to get more furniture coins, because that's what we're really gonna need. I also want to make sure that I have enough furniture coins for the next time the furniture trader comes by, so I can at least get the rare items. The rare items are always really nice, or at least usually really nice. Hold up, I just ran into something really weird. Let me take care of this raid and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm trying to place a log wall back here, and it tells me I can place it, but it doesn't place it. So we're gonna have to do something really weird, some kind of like indent right here, just like this, and maybe, just maybe, we can make something out of it. So yeah, a little weird, but maybe we can make it look nice. Furniture trader is here today. I actually do not have enough coins, so I'm just gonna go straight to the stronghold to try to get some, and then I'll open the menu to buy from him at least the rare items. All right, got enough. Let me get the bullseye rug, mushroom chairs, a birdhouse, that's pretty cool, and all the rest. Okay, we have 40 more coins left over. We'll buy Kevin for right now, and Nemo. We'll also get some cloth frames. These look really nice on bases, especially for what we're trying to do now. All right, but now we're good. We'll definitely come back to the stronghold, but for right now, we're focusing on the wall. All right, so the door is definitely gonna be on this side. This side doesn't work because the missing kid location is in the way. This side, we have the log in the way. This side, I mean, you're kind of coming in backwards, looking at the back of the crafting bench, so definitely we're gonna have a door, most likely right here, slightly offset from the rock. All right, level 3 stronghold cleared. We got another about 150 furniture coins. Things are going very, very good for us so far. I'm about to die of starvation though, but we have stew on us. Now I have no idea what I need out of here. All right, thorn armor, not bad, won't need it though. Okay, we should be able to finish the wall with these, and let me fix that. Okay, there's a slight gap. I don't like that, so we're just gonna do one of these. That works. It is technically square with a little tiny teeny corner. You know what? This is the bunny base. That bunny right there is hiding from that wolf, and here's his base. Well, I'm literally, no, hold on, I'm not kidding. This is the bunny base. All right, put it all in here. And there we go. That is, in fact, the bunny base. But now we have the walls finished, so we can start building. We also have the furniture trader in town, so let's buy the rare things first. Let's get some pillows and a bean bag. We have so many of those. I feel like we're gonna build like the most ridiculous thing in the world. Now, I want to buy some more stuff for our farm, so we'll get some bush planters and some flower bushes. But now we're out. I might actually go out to the volcano biome just to get more coins, and then we'll really have enough for stuff like the farm. I've bought too much stuff for the non-farm, and we always have to have a farm. All right, I just got 230 coins, or at least now I have that many. Let's buy all the rare items, and now I gotta buy a lot of stuff for the farm, like a lot of stuff. Wooden fence segments out the wazoo right there. Gonna buy a bunch of flower bushes. a couple shrubs, some bush planters, and that is everything. I have no idea how many fences I bought. Let's see. Can I check? I can. 30. I have 31 fences. All right, we're gonna see how that goes. Okay, now we just gotta start building. We have just a ridiculous amount of furniture, and the one thing that's gonna help me a lot is this paintbrush. We're just gonna immediately change this to the nice pinkish purple that the Koala Kid's tent is. I can actually match the color too using the paintbrush. Yeah, that definitely lines up perfect. Man, all right, so first things first, I do kind of like this nook that comes in a little bit because now it separates this corner from that corner a little bit more. And just by the way that I'm looking at this, I think this corner would be the best for the Koala Kid's bedroom. So that's the first thing we're gonna do, pick up the tent and move it back into this corner right here. But we also need a bed for her, so we're gonna go with the biggest and nicest bed, the giant bed. Let me quickly get that, just because there's no purple bed, so this is the next best thing that we can do. So for now, we'll place that right here. Maybe we'll move it. We have a lot of furniture to place, so let's see. I'm gonna separate all of our pillows and bean bags off to the side because I know we have a ridiculous amount of those. I'm also gonna separate the cloth frames. All right, we got all that separated. Got a bunch of things of pillows and bean bags, cloth frames as well, which is gonna look really nice for a nice hangout area that we're gonna make, kind of like how we had with the Squid Kid, but I definitely do want to make it different. I don't want to make everything the same. Gotta be creative here. Now we have stone pillars. These things are interesting. I saw these in a Bemi block video of all places, and I liked them. So I'm wondering, what could we do? Could we make like some kind of Colosseum-like feeling to her tent? Something like this, or actually move back a little bit. Something like this, maybe? We'll see. We might move those. Probably will, and I don't know. Figure it out after this raid though. You know what? Why don't we now put down our defensive blueprints? Because that'll actually be pretty useful. Let's see, what do I have? I have one of the stakes and one of the barbed wire. So I'm just gonna put one of these here, let them walk through. I'm actually gonna make some walls for this. I think this will be a nice touch to the base. So if I get some log walls, I'll make like 4 for right now, and I place them like this. Actually, make it a little bit closer. So if I do this, it kind of narrows them in to 100% go on the traps, and then we can alternate them like this. So that way they're walking through a bunch of defenses just to get through. Give me a second here. I'm gonna look through our furniture and I'm gonna try to come up with a cool idea we could do for a hangout area. I gotta make this very unique. Oh, also, I just realized I have even more defensive blueprints, so we're definitely gonna be adding these. And there we go. Now we really have a defensive line coming in here. All right, let's test this out. Wait, is that already? Wait, dude, I didn't even realize it started. That was so fast. That worked perfectly. All the traps are so neatly packed together. They just died very fast. I don't even have time to realize it. I just knew there was a raid coming. I turned around and wow, this is a good base. All right, I'm not even kidding you. I'm speaking as seriously as possible. I used ChatGPT, gave it a list of items, and asked it to come up with a very, very creative living room. So this is gonna be a ChatGPT living room. We're gonna see how this works. So I'm gonna just build it. Not even gonna show you while I build it because I'm almost like following an instruction manual right now. And then I'm just gonna show you the finished product. All right, I'm not done with the living room, but we do have a raid coming in tonight. So I'm just gonna see how this actually goes because I know for a fact nobody's died yet. There's the first one. There he goes. Actually, I gotta move a little bit back. There goes the second one. Here's the third, the fourth. It's just immediate. Fifth, sixth, and it's done. That was the easiest raid in the world. Well, actually, the other raid was just as easy. Okay, I have officially finished the ChatGPT inspired living room. I had a little bit too much of creativity, so I had to take what it gave me and change it up a little bit. But here it is. On the outside, we have some mushrooms as well as some flowers, adding to the outside, like some nice gardenery on both sides. And we have a two-tone theme going on here. We have a darker purple and a lighter purple. This just looks lighter because of the lighting, but coming in, you can see we have a very circular design. We have a center rug, center table, and actually, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of this rug. I think this looks a little bit nicer. That rug is just not the right color. But we have a whole bunch of stuff. We have bean bags with pillows for your feet. Now, my feet don't reach, but if you just so happen to be 20'2", these pillows will be nice footrests. And then, interestingly enough, we have a little birdhouse. So if they decide to add birds to the game, then we have a nice little place for them. And overall, it's a nice circular area, nice place to hang out. Now, it is ChatGPT inspired. I gave it a list of my stuff, and this is what it came up with. But let me know what you guys think of it. But for now, let's actually focus on her bedroom. Now, the first thing I want to get is the mailbox, wherever I left that at. All right, we got our mailbox. Put it right there, just for the Koala Kid. So if you want to send any fan mail, the address is 7 Trillion West 99 Nights Avenue in the middle of West Antarctica after 6 p.m. Now, I do want to change these pillars. I'm gonna move the bed over to over here. That way it'll give me a little bit more room to actually work with both. Now, let me use the trellis fences that I have, because I've been using the picket fences, but not the trellis fences. So I'm gonna do something like this. And obviously I'm gonna paint these, just placing them down for right now. All right, we got our fences built. Now let me paint these. Now this is a much better use for the pillars. I actually like this a lot. All right, I have a genius idea. Circular living room, circular farm. Now the farm's not perfect, but it's decently circular. And now in the center, we're gonna build some cool designs to make it feel like a real garden. Now I also do need my fences. I only have 6 fences. Okay, let me see if I can find any more. Oh wait, we have wooden fences. Okay, I forgot. I have 31 wooden fences. Let me use these. And we can actually make them circular as well. See how that looks. All right, this is actually looking pretty nice. Now only 1 farm plot's grown so far. The rest of them should be growing the next day. Now I don't know if you noticed, but we also added some street lamps for the people who come in and don't immediately die. There was a raid that happened, but I didn't even have to pay attention to it. Actually, I think there were 2 raids that happened and I didn't pay attention to. I think I just, wow, okay, these were, dude, this is the best. Like, has any of the defenses even broken yet? I think maybe 1 or 2 defenses have broken. The rest haven't. It's insane. Wait a second. Hold up. I should do plant lanterns for this. That'd be perfect. Not the street lamp, but plant lanterns. And if I could have it come to 1 spot, like, bro, now that is architecture. Look at that. Is beautiful. You can't even tell it's 2 of them. It's like a 1 big arch. That is very nice. And it comes right into the farm. Okay. I have officially finished the ultimate Koala Kid base. So let's check it out. Coming in, you can see we have some very, very nice square walls with a modular doormat. That is exactly what this is. It is a very fancy doormat where the cultists like to fall asleep on it because it's so fuzzy and soft. But coming in, we got our nice little street lamps. To the left, we have the most boring corner, so we'll start out with this. We have our oil drill, our utility stuff, got our compass, sundial, and our map showing the search for where the 4th kid is, or at least where the 4th kid was. And that's that. Just a small little utility corner. But coming over here, we have a little bit of a mushroom forest. It adds some depth to the base, fills it in a little bit more. And here we actually have the pelt trader who is out who's just staring here. Yeah, just staring at stuff. All right. But coming in, we have some beautiful pillars for the Koala Kid's entryway. We have some lights and torches as well. And right here, we actually have a genius living room that I forgot to paint. Hold on 1 second. All right, there we go. We have the same beanbag, pillow, footrest combination as we do over in the living room. But in the center here, this is a hangout room for kids. And in the center, we have a cutting board. I know I'm a genius, but please do not compliment me. I'm very humble. But over here, we have the Koala Kid's bed with some nice cloth frames all around. And if she gets thirsty in the middle of the night, she can drink this literal lava that will technically quench her thirst because she will never be drinking again after that. And then finally, we have her tent, nice lights, cloth frames all around, and her very own purple mailbox. But moving over, we have the living room. We got some nice decorations on the outside, mushrooms and flowers, and coming in, you could eat here, you can hang out here, play board games, do whatever you feel like, or you could just relax, have a nice time. Pretty decent living room. And if you have a bird, he can sit right here. Fun fact, if you didn't know this about me, I actually do have a bird in real life. But now, coming over to the farm, we have a very, very detailed farm. On the outside, we have a bunch of shrubbery, flower plants. Actually, not sure exactly what to call these. Technically, they're flower plants. There are flowers on them, but I forgot what they were called. Then, coming in, we have a very beautiful archway with some plant lanterns. We have a circular farm as well as a ton of flowers in the middle. Like an absolutely ridiculous amount of flowers in the middle here. But definitely will have at least 30 bees here per, now like 30 bees per plant, to be honest. Like a few hundred bees in here is probably an average day. So if you want to get stung, feel free to come in my garden. But for the most important part of the base, you cannot forget it, we have the one and only luxurious and spacious bunny base. I mean, just look at that. Any bunny would love to move into this place. It is prime real estate. 7,000 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 7.5 bathrooms. It is just absolutely fantastic. Can't even show you for that long. I do not want to devalue it by your eyes gazing upon the absolutely magnificent bunny room we got over there. But for now, that is the ultimate Koala Kid base. Let me know what you think of it down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and click on this video right here.